to that it's like any other language, and perhaps even pay more attention to it so that they can pass.
I would really advise the learners to read at all times. If you have a newspaper, read it. If there's maybe a lettering on maybe on the board, read it. You're practicing. That is reading. You're trying to understand. If maybe you have, they're telling you, move left. You have read something. So I would really have them read at all times. And also to practice, like I have said, with comprehension. Get a newspaper, get magazines, get all these readers and read. And then also avoid text that's really those pornographic materials, the Facebook, the Twitter, those really sometimes are very problematic because they they do not have the well-grounded English vocabulary and grammar and so forth. So they should avoid such. And then also practice comprehension, practice the grammar, the objective questions, the free response questions also. Like I said, English and math, any language, it's about practice. So, masters, you're going to have a timetable to read history, a timetable to read SST. You might overlook the English and math also that you don't need to read. You only have a glimpse at whatever you have and then go and do an exam. But really, when you practice, you're going to have these numbers come in. It will be easier for you to attempt. So I would encourage practice at all times.
Yeah, there's also this tendency, especially from the bright students, that they feel they should use the vocabulary
Yes.
to show that they have read maybe more books.
I know, yes.
And at times they end up using words out of context.
Yeah.
I remember at one time our English teacher used to say that before you use the word, before you adopt the word into your normal vocabulary,
Yes.
first use the dictionary to know what
To understand, yes.
and how you can use it. Now, to the students who really always wish to impress and actually end up doing other things,
Yes.
what kind of English do they have to use as and when answering exams? Especially this is in the composition writing.
Yes,
When
true.
somebody wants to use words he has heard on the street, and he ends up actually inspired.
I think the problem with those learners you're talking about is they really want to impress, like you have said, to show that they have mastered, to show that they know this vocabulary, they know the idiom, so they will put it everywhere. What I would really say is they should not bombard the composition with all words, from composition to proverbs to idioms to all these things. So what they can do is pick. We always tell the learners to pick about 5 of them. Have 5 that you can use very efficiently.
Comfortably.
Yes, comfortably, and then also get to know the meaning. If you're talking about someone taking a French leave, do you know what it means to take a French leave? If maybe you're talking about letting the cat out of the bag, do you know what it means? So have all these idioms, but pick at least 5 or 10, and then practice using them in different scenarios. Use them in all contexts so that you master how it is used. So the that the idea of bombarding, from the first sentence to the last is very problematic. It really kills even because you read here, you get a very vocabulary use. You read the next and you get another vocabulary. You fail to understand what the student is saying. So it kills even meaning.
Now, there's also other people who have come up with this assertion. I think also it could be true because it's not only affecting students, but even people in their workplaces.
Yeah.
That computers are actually also a very big, also a very big hindrance towards passing the exam, especially in schools where you find pupils have laptops.
Yes.
Because with a computer, it will show you that there is
An error.
an error. Now,
Yes.
it means that a person cannot write a grammatically correct sentence without the help of what?
Computer.
And remember, in the examination room, you don't have a computer, you don't have the size of the computer, it's you and the pen.
Yes.
Then also, we find that the computer error also has killed handwriting.
Yes.
And yet when it comes to English, of course, if you're writing an essay, you are using a pen and paper, you're not using the computer.
Yes.
Now, is it time also that English teachers actually also went back to the basics of helping pupils, students use the right handwriting so that for purposes of passing exams, and also minimizing the use of computers, especially primary, O level, and A level?
Well, I wouldn't say computers are really very problematic or so much of a hindrance, but they come in handy also because with computers you can get to know the synonyms. For example, if you want to know a synonym of a given word, for example, and then also they have antonyms. They give you also antonyms, the opposites of a certain word. But what the problem comes in if you have to click on this and you get so stuck on using the computer that outside it you cannot think, that outside it you are really inadequate. You cannot do anything.
Let's look at spellings actually.
Yes.
Most people really now these days, if they wrote a letter using pen and paper without a computer, it's terrible because they are used to the computer guiding them. The spelling error here. But now, in an exam, remember, you do not have resources, you don't have the privilege of having a computer or a laptop. And now this goes back now to the English teachers because now this is where you have to guide them. Well, computers could be good, but over relying on them at times could be a serious hindrance towards passing exams.
Yeah. Now, with composition writing, with our schools, we don't encourage them to write using a computer. And
so you name.
Yes, and so you name. And in an exam, for example, you won't use a computer to write for English language unless it's a computer exam that you're going to have to use the computer. Yeah, but all the exams in English, you use handwriting. And like you said, really, handwriting is also a very big problem because sometimes a student will write and they do not leave gaps or spaces in their work. So you cannot really comprehend whether this is one word or there are a number of words there. And so it is also a very big challenge. Um the students and learners could desist from using computers when exams are on. Yeah, but for English language, handwriting is a must. Punctuation is a must. You have to paragraph using the right format, and also, like I said, we do not encourage using contractions. You cannot write "don't" if it is not in maybe rewrites. If they have told you,
so I can actually say time is not on our side, and we should be coming out of this. Okay. So you're parting word with the listener, with the new viewer, how I guess they can pass English and why English is very important as a subject.
Yeah. English is very important. Like I would say, English it's the mother of all languages. English helps one to understand the question requirement. It also helps one to interpret a given question, be it in English, be it in other subjects. It helps you to interpret what the question demands you to do. And English cuts across history, cuts across theory, it cuts across SST because it helps you to impress. These subjects are marked out of impression, and then so it helps you to impress the teacher, the person who is going to look at your script. So I would think English is very important, and how best we can deal with English language and improve is through practice. Practice, practice, practice is what I would say, and do it at all times. Read at all times.
Well, thank you very much, dear viewer. We said everything at the beginning must have an end. We come to the end of our show today. Manda Kola Mazima is my name, has been your host, and my guest, Beatrice Akite Wanyama, who is a teacher of English, St. Kizito Senior Secondary School, a member of FilmRight, and also a contributor with the Leadership magazine. Always tuning to UBC TV Education Forum. It has been a pleasure having you with us.